Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed about psychics. They're grief vampires. Yeah, I'm still sick. I just can't shake this cold for some reason. So, let's say someone very close to you has just died, and let's say you come to me and give me a large amount of money to contact the spirit of this dead person. And let's say I convince you that I'm hearing the voice of your dead loved one, and they're telling me to tell you that they're okay and they love you and they want you to know that they remember the person with the name who starts with the letter M who had the chest issue. And you leave the reading feeling comforted and reassured, and I leave the reading several $1,000s richer. I demand premium rates. Even if I can't really talk to the dead, what harm has been done? Well, for starters, I told you that I was in contact with your dead loved one when I really wasn't. I told you that your dead loved one said things to you that they didn't really say. I told you that your dead loved one was alive and well and waiting for you on the other side when I didn't really know that. I gave you a false consolation. No, actually, it's worse than that. I didn't give you a false consolation, did I? I sold you a false consolation. I exploited your grief and your vulnerability in order to earn your trust and get your money. What kind of a person does that make me? Or him? Or him? Or her? They're shitty detectives. There's this image in the popular imagination of the psychic detective using his abilities to solve crimes and beat back the dark forces that are always constantly threatening to close in on us. And this image is perpetuated by TV series like Medium and Ghost Whisperer, things that are at best examples of quality cheese. Far worse to me are the people in real life who claim to be psychic detectives. People like Sylvia Browne, who says that she's used her supposed gifts to help various law enforcement agencies solve dozens of crimes. Brown's claims are almost never challenged at the time she's making them, but multiple independent investigations have concluded that she's mostly just making all that shit up. And really, how could she not be? How could Sylvia Browne or any other psychic be of any help to a criminal investigation at all? Because, and I haven't made this explicit yet because it seems so obvious, but the main thing to remember about psychics is they're all fakes. All of them. Every single one. If a psychic comes to you and says that they are telepathic or telekinetic or precognitive or retrocognitive or clairvoyant or clairaudient, or they can talk to the dead, or they claim to have any other sort of supernatural ability, they are either deeply self-deluded or they are lying to you. Psychic powers do not exist. They are imaginary, not special, not rare, not innate within all of us, just waiting to be developed. Make believe. And how can I say that with such confidence? Well, for one thing, every psychic who has ever agreed to have his or her abilities tested scientifically, which very few of them have, has failed that test. And for another thing, magicians have been able to duplicate virtually every feat ever performed by a supposed psychic. And that should not be surprising in the least when you consider the fact that the secrets of their tricks are widely known. The only reason why psychic continues to survive as a profession is because our bullshit-loving culture tolerates it. We know how they do this shit. We've known how they do this shit for decades. We've known all about cold reading. We've known all about the Forer effect. Harry Houdini was debunking mediums and seances in the 1920s, for Christ's sake. These days, Darren Brown does a better John Edward than John Edward. The difference is Darren Brown is not a liar living off the tears of the grieving. And while I'm on the subject, people who make money by claiming to be psychic are committing fraud. I hate to end this on the exact same note as I did with the homeopathy episode of this series, but as with the people who sell sugar pills and water claiming that they're medicine, I have to ask, why are psychics even allowed to do this? I mean, is it because they have disclaimers like, we can't vouch for what the spirits tell you, or guarantee that they'll even want to talk to you, or this is for entertainment purposes only? Because if that's the case, I have to tell you, that is really, really weak justification, it seems to me. I dare say most people who go to psychics hoping to reconnect with a dead family member or spouse or friend are not going there for entertainment purposes. They're going there hoping that they'll be able to contact the dead person. And they're giving a psychic hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars, hoping to have an authentic experience that the psychic is incapable of providing them. There is no such thing as a psychic. Period. End of discussion. If you disagree with me, then by all means, prove that there is such a thing as a psychic. Tell James Randi, collect your $1 million. Otherwise, please stop stealing from people and pretending you're helping them. You contemptible sacks of shit. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.